Hello, so we are back again. I'm in different settings. I'm chilled in this lovely war room. So, what we have here, and I always say this at the beginning, what we have here, okay, is in the summer of this year, I'm just going back through all my videos. In the summer of this year, I held a war room event. Okay, so this was just to help the guys from the war room with their personal fitness, with their boxing mainly, to get them prepared for upcoming events. This was over a period of 6 weeks. So they only trained once a week. I would have liked to have had more time with them, because developing personal fitness is not just a one day a week thing. It's more than that. So you need to be kind of committed. And yes, they had other things going on, but what I did was pick apart their skills in boxing. So this is a sparring session. I didn't pick apart their boxing skills. I just gave them advice. If you've seen in previous videos, I don't come to change you in any way. I come to develop your skills. So I watch. Then you'll see later on that I got involved with the sparring and just, in a nice way, capitalized on their weak points, things that they could do better. So what you're going to see first off is just them generally sparring, and I'm going to talk you through what I feel they could do better. Also, this was a part of Marcel's training camp, because even though I had this event or this group session going on once a week, I brought Marcel down to spar with different people to get a different idea, because, you know, the more different people you spar with, the more another person will look at okay, he has different skills. Okay, so you're sparring with different skill sets of people, if you understand what I mean. Okay, so it increases your repertoire, and things that you might be doing with the same person, the person gets to know you. I get to know him. I know where he's going to move. He gets to know me where I'm going to move, this and the other. So it's also very good if you are going to go into a fight, is to spar with different people, because different people, different abilities, different skill sets, different movement, everything is different from each and every single person. So I brought myself into the camp. So all I'm doing here is just making sure that these guys are of not a high level, but they've done stuff before. And they have their own coaches. So for me and Marcel, it was more like okay, I'm bringing you into a different kettle of fish, a different skill set of people. And you're going to see how good you are against people of roughly around the same ability as you, with a lesser ability and with maybe a little bit more experience. Not necessarily saying that they're better, but they've got a little bit more experience. They train a little bit longer. There's a couple of guys in here that you'll see that have a little bit more experience, different style, but it can be harnessed. If I say that in the right word, yeah, it can be improved just a little bit. So I'm going to take you into the video now. We just go straight into sparring. So there's no thing. You're just going to just start seeing sparring. And I'm going to talk you through as much as I possibly can do. Okay. And just pick up on different things that I see. Also, if you guys see different things, then do comment. Do you know what I mean? That's what it's there for. Comment, make your comments. It's absolutely fine. No worries. Okay. So we are going to go into the video now. Okay. So you saw that Marcel had a good jab, and I was just fixing the camera there. So I'm just going to just sit up a little bit here. So you'll see there, if you watch at the back there, again, early stages with Marcel, he's sparring with his hands down, and this is one of the things that we honed in on when he's throwing punches. Like, he's got good movement, but when he's throwing his punches, sometimes he drops his hands. Okay? We'll leave these two to chill. You can see me, that's my little red hand wrap. I'm on there just basically just watching. Okay? So you see the gentleman with the shaven head. He's got his hands up, he's got a very good guard.
No, guys, you've got no time to talk. If you're going to talk, you can get out of the ring. I want to spar, so...
Sorry, I'll just leave it there. I wanted to get involved in that. So he's got a very good guard, but he doesn't throw enough. It's like he waits too long. Okay? You have the people to the right, yellow gloves and brown gloves. Okay? The guy with the brown gloves, he's got quite a good skill set, but again, just there's flaws in there that he...
So you're swinging. Stop swinging, bro.
There's flaws in there that he...
Hands. Don't get used to your hands
That's
being
me
down
having
there,
a
bro.
go at
Come
Marcel there. I don't know if you're going to hear all of this, but I'm going to try and let you hear what I'm saying. What I'm saying in there in the actual video, as well as what I'm talking to you about as well here now.
10 seconds.
So yeah, I was talking about the gentleman with the brown gloves. Get his hands down by his, and then he runs away with his hands down.
Time.
Okay.
Stop.
That was the first round complete. It was rather hot. And this is just me talking to Marcel, telling him things that he needs to do better. And then the guys, because it was quite a hot day. So obviously the guys taking a break. Me not caring too much about how tired they are. I'm just more interested in trying to develop Marcel. And I think I was telling him here about his hands and about his movement. Okay?
Change partners again.
So this is rounds where we just change partners and we just go straight into it. Change partners, go straight into it. Change partners, go straight into it. Change partners, go straight into it.
Go. Come on, let's go.
You can see he starts off, Marcel here, starts off with his hands better. He's throwing his hands a little bit more looser. His whole jumping back thing. His left hand is still slightly low, but he's throwing his jab more. There you go, a bit sharper there. Look, see, just from that little bit there, from me telling him what he needs to do, obviously his left hand's still a little bit low. But just from me giving him a little bit of advice, he's just implemented it. And this is one of the things that I did like about Marcel. Once you tell him something, he'll do it. He might stop halfway through, but he will implement everything that I've told him to do. Okay? So everybody gets to spar with everybody. Everybody gets a different feel of the different abilities in the ring. Again, the guy with the shaven head, you know, he's pretty good. He's quite tired. Got a low left hand. The problem is about having a low left hand. It creates muscle memory. It creates muscle memory for you, for when you get in the ring. You think it's high, but it's not. It's low. The only people that can do that I would say are professionals, because they have the movement. They're trying to draw you in. They might pop that left hand a little bit low to like I say, to draw you in. And they've got the movement to compensate for that. any newbie that comes in and has the low left hand is so, especially if you want to do any form of competition or progress your skill set, it just creates bad muscle memory. And the problem with that is that you're always going to get caught. And most people, if they're orthodox, most people are orthodox, you get a few southpaws. Excuse me, but if you get people that are orthodox, they're going to throw that right hand, and that right hand's going to just land all the time. This is a much better round from Marcel. Okay, he's throwing more. The hands are a little bit tighter. Still too many steps for my kind of liking.
10 seconds left. Guys, stop talking.
And his countering is very, very good. Okay? They are only 2-minute rounds because it was very warm out there. So, you know, wanted to give him a little bit of a break.
Get your water, drink water, let's go.
Now it's my turn. Now it's my turn. I hate seeing people spar in the ring and me not get involved. Especially when it's like even. I think there was supposed to be one more person to arrive, which would have made it even throughout. But like, you know, I'm a coach, yes, but I like to play. Everybody likes to play. Well, I don't know if everybody likes to play, not every coach likes to play, but I like to play. I like to be involved. But I like to be involved in a sense to help people and make people aware of what they're doing, what they could do better, and their hands. And some people don't necessarily capitalize on this. So, where I am first. Ooh. See, I have a low left hand, okay? But I anticipate movement. My low left hand, for me, is because I'm gonna pop my jab all the time, okay? I'm gonna pop my jab all the time. And I've got range, okay? So I've understood the range between, just by throwing that jab just a couple of times, I understand where he can, like my range towards him and where I can hit him. I've already established that. So that's the first thing that I will do, is establish that jab so I can establish my distance and establish my range. See, so if I know I can touch his gloves with, oh, camera goes, and then it comes back. So if I know that I can, oh, we go straight into a different one. My apologies about that. So we go straight into a different one. Okay, cool. So, excuse my editing on that one, because we went into one too soon. I got a bit too excited there. Okay, so we've got Marcel at the back there, up against someone that's a little bit more experienced. That was a great shot. And that shows that left hand being down. That shows that left hand being down because someone else is going to counter on that. Marcel's very, very good at countering. Okay? And look, he's leaning back with his head up, which for me is kind of back. You kind of, if you're going to go back, you're going to go back. You're going to use your feet to go back. And then you're going to keep your hands in a protective position. You've got to protect yourself at all times.
Yeah? Trying to do shit like running in, jumping in, don't. So I'll work on his jab.
It's a good couple of shots from him. Brown gloves, I'll call him.
Guys, come on, what's going on?
Then Marcel puts the pressure on because he doesn't like to get hit, but he's putting pressure on with his hands down, which is bad because potentially then he could get hit. Okay. So end of this round. So now I come back in again. I can't sit there. It's a madness. I literally can't sit there. Let's go and get some water, come back out. It's a hard training session, it's full on. We're not taking any breaks, we're not taking any prisoners. We are just literally just going straight in. From there, we're gonna go get some water, and we're gonna go back out. Yes, it's a hot day. Yes, we have to work hard, but this is what I'm all about. Everybody's working hard. I'm going to work as hard as just everybody else. Okay? So,
Got 10 seconds. Everybody in the ring, 10 seconds or burpees. Try up to
So you
you.
need 10 seconds or burpees.
10 seconds or burpees.
Notice how they get back in the ring rather quickly.
Go straight in.
Nobody likes doing burpees. That's why. So, and they know that what I done with them is that everybody's part of the team. So if one person does burpees, everybody's going to do burpees. Okay, so again, for me, just establishing my jab, I'm being very, very light. Again, it's a little bit of movement. I know that my range is a little bit longer than his. He might catch me a couple of times, but I know that my range is a little bit of his, so I just need to just shuffle back just a little bit. I need to remove my headwear. Let's look at the others. So, the gentleman with the black gloves, all in black. I believe these two have sparred before, so they kind of understand each other a little bit more. But the guy with the shaven head, he is fairly good. He just needs to hone in his skills just a little bit more. Okay, and we go back to the other side. Yellow gloves. He's got a good skill set. He has got a very, very good skill set. He just needs to be fit. He's just a little bit unfit, and that's it. And you can tell a little bit by his size. But we are working together now. We've been constantly working together to get his weight down, because once he gets his weight down, his skill set will just increase. Oh, that's a great body shot there, because he's putting his hands up. This is where you look for gaps in sparring, and this is where you kind of take that through to the actual fight. If you're nice and controlled and relaxed in a fight, you can see the gaps and you can see the openings. And if someone in sparring turns away and doesn't watch what's coming to them, and they've got their hands up like this, they're going to leave a gap. And I'm going to exploit that gap. Okay, we've got Mike just sitting there, just in front of my camera. Thanks very much, Mike. I really, really do appreciate that. Cheers. Just in my camera. Now he moves out of the way. Thank you very much. Okay, so what I noticed with this gentleman here is that he drops his hands, he puts his hands up to block his head, leaves a gap, drops his hand down because he doesn't want to take a body shot, leaves his head open. And this is how you kind of work someone out fairly easily. Go up to the head, really you want to go down to the body, but you have to make him put his hands up, or make him put his hands up and go down to the body. Either way, vice versa, it's all good. Me just checking my time there.
Time.
I don't think I've set the alarm, set the bell properly on that one. Hello, Nige. How you doing? Okay, so guys taking a break. I never ever recommend people to sit down at training. Amir has this, and he has this thing where no one sits at training. If anybody sits at training, then they get burpees. I actually truly believe in that. I actually think that everybody should, because it will increase your fitness level as well. So walking around, taking deep breaths, 3 deep breaths, walk around, chill. Relax, okay? Stay on your feet. Don't try not to sit down at training, because when your body goes down like that, it's like you're getting all of the acid and the lactic acid kind of build up on that, and you don't want that. You just want to stay moving. You want to just keep moving as much as you can, even if it's just a gentle walk around the ring. Okay? Some people sit down in between rounds, other people stand up in between rounds. I always used to stand up and just breathe, standing up, breathe, standing up. So therefore, nothing will, I don't get relaxed, that whole sinking feeling. Okay, so we're back in again. I'm back in again. Don't like that. So again, you're gonna see me, that hand is low. The hand is low, but I know what the range is. One hand blocks and then pops a jab, straight in. Yeah, you kind of, okay, I'm experienced, so I get to understand my range. Okay, oh, caught my camera, thank you very much. Turn it back around, yeah, there we go again. Thank you. Okay. So here I'm just tempting him, like putting the arm out, putting the arm out, putting the arm out, because I know that my jab will reach. That's something that people, look, jab there, just a little tap, a little jab, because I know it's going to go through, right straight through his guard. That's all I'm looking for. I don't put too much pressure on the guys because it's not necessarily fair on them, because it's just not. Okay, I'm 20 years experience. These guys are just learning. So for me, it's making sure that they understand like range, distance, work, using their jab. Everybody, I'll use my jab. You can see like one hand is going pretty much all the time. Right hand is cocked, it's ready to go. When I see it opening, I'll let it go. I move around. So Marcel now has had a little bit of a pep talk from myself, and you know his hands are a little bit more stable, and he's throwing more. Yeah, so he's throwing more.
Leo, your left hand, keep it more up. He's hitting you in the left. Your left hand, keep it up.
No, he's getting advice there, but the advice falls short because Marcel's really, really good on a counter. There you go. And this is the thing, the sharpness between pulling your hand back when you jab, you've got a jab or you've got to throw a shot, snappy, so it comes back. So your hand's supposed to come back quicker than it actually goes out. Okay, so then that'll put your hands back into position just in case anything does come back, like a counter. Or you jab and you move, you jab and you step back, just to see what the other person is going to do. You tempt it, you kind of taunt it, see what's going to go on. You test, should I say, so testing the waters, just to see what's going to come back, just to see what's going to come back every single time.
You gave me the feedback to not use my front hand. You're using your back hand.
I gave him the feedback to not use his front hand, and he was using his back hand.
It's the thing that I had. Yeah. That hand there. You're trying to. I want to knock that down. Yeah. With your balance. Yeah.
It's one of my cheeky styles.
Anything else learning that I should be working on? I mean, there's a lot of
do you know what? I wasn't.
I'd say that I was going to give them coaching, but sometimes I just focused on work.
Lean forward on your jab. I was making it difficult for you anyway. I was making it easy. I've seen you with other guys as well. But it's not really much. Being able to move, and don't.
So I was giving advice to the guys, but I think the guys need to understand about work and just general fitness. Okay, and this is what I don't have enough time to do. So general fitness, trying to be fit enough to last 2 minutes in a round with constant work, okay, or with effective work. Okay, you might not be able to, you're not going to throw like 24/7, like punches 24/7 all the time, but it's got to be effective. What you're doing has got to be effective. Okay, just like what I did there, his hands down. And I'll tell him that his hands are down. Otherwise, he's going to get caught. Okay, now his hands are up. So I've just put him in a position where he doesn't want to get hit again because he thinks I'm going to punch into his head. Okay, but I'm going to look for something else. See, gently stalking, feet are in the right position, so gently stalking. So Marcel's out on this one just to give everybody else, you know, a feel of each other. Okay, this is where, like, I just saw the gentleman all in black. This is where I try and tell people, especially when they're at a lower level, to keep their hands up at all time. Look at his hands. That could never happen when he's with me. And I think if you saw the video previous to this, he kept his hands up at all times. Yeah. I suppose it's a good thing. So when they're up against more experienced opponents, then they will keep their hands up at all times. And there's I caught him with a body shot only because I wanted to punch him in the head or just tap him in the head. I wouldn't punch him very hard, but it was more harder to the body than to the head. It was just a tap to the head. And it was, I caught him to his body. Let's look at the other guys. We'll leave that one there. Okay. See, these guys get away with creating bad muscle memory for themselves. If they fought like this all the time with their hands up, you know, everything will be more effective, more efficient. Like, look, both of them standing there with their hands down. And there's no work coming back. There's no kind of, I want to work. There's no urgency is the word I'm looking for in their work. They're just chilling. They're just relaxing because they know that no one's gonna come back to them, but they should treat me as they treat everybody else. Everybody else is an opponent. Everybody else can hit you. Everybody else can sit there and punch you as much as they want to. If they really kind of put their minds to it, everybody lets everybody off. Okay? So, again, another break. I'm going to cut some of these breaks out so we can just go straight into the sparring, so we can just keep going through them and just keep talking through them. This is fairly a long video, so I'm just going to just go through and talk as much as I possibly can do.
Let's go.
No sitting down at training. None. Zero.
Come on, let's go. Climb in.
Marcel using his jab more. This guy's more his height as well. So he's making him think a little bit more. Just by popping his jab out there, just making him think a little bit more. Okay, nice little combination there. Nice there, moving back. So he's a little bit lighter on his feet now. This is where it becomes unpredictable for the other person because that person's standing static, okay? And Marcel's coming in. I'm not going to talk about my one. I'm going to stay on Marcel's one here because this is when he was training for his fight as well. So this is more important than mine. I think I'm just having fun with Mike over there. Yeah, so that was good. That was a good body-head combination followed by the jab, using both hands, keeping himself a little bit elusive. Now he's stopped moving a little bit more. Now and he's coming back in. So he's using two different modes here. Bouncy mode, gone from bouncy mode to more of a static mode, more of a, what's the word I'm looking for? More of a kind of, I'm going to close you down mode. I'm going to come forward mode. Okay? And he still doesn't know what to do. Okay? So, we had a little bit of a technical hitch yesterday. And I seem to be having this on my camera where it stops halfway through the recording and I don't realize because I'm looking at the camera and I'm thinking it's recording, but actually it's not. So we are going to continue from where we left off yesterday. And we was talking about Marcel, and I'm just going to take you through the last little section of this. And yeah, we'll just go straight to the end. Okay, so we were talking about Marcel and his movement, and we was talking about his forwards and backwards movement, like how he was on his toes, how he was moving in and out, and being a little bit more unpredictable to the other opponent, to Red Gloves, I'll call him. Okay, so, and then he went into kind of beast mode, I'm going to walk you down kind of mode, which confused his opponent, which is fantastic because it kept him thinking about what he's going to do, where he's going to go, where's the next punch coming from, which is kind of like modes that I use, kind of modes that I set into Marcel to try and use if he can do. Say light on his feet, move around. When Marcel's light on his feet and moving around, he's very, very unpredictable. And like he's fast, so he just pops in the jab, pops out, goes upstairs, goes downstairs, and uses it very effectively. So I'm going to get straight back into the video. And this is where we are. So, where are we? Yep. So he's trying to use his lateral movement, and the camera gets hit again. There's me having a little bit of fun. Can't see what Marcel's doing because I'm just having some fun with Mike because he's a little bit tired. So I'm just going to just keep on punching him. Tell him to work. Keep on punching him. Fix the camera, excuse me. Fix the camera. Mike's tired. So lean up against the rings, but I'm still punching him. Still punching him. So let's try and see what's going on in the background here with Marcel. Yeah, so he's gone from bouncy to kind of trying to use lateral movement, coming in, walking the opponent down. But they're still trying to counter on the other person's punches. Red Gloves, I'll call him, as I've been calling him throughout the whole session. She's a little bit more relaxed now. The camera gets hit again. Do apologize about that. Yeah, that's twice now. Yeah, I even said that. And we called time on that. But that was a very good round. I think that was one of Marcel's best rounds, where he was just moving in and out. He's been a little bit more elusive. And yeah, that was so much better. So we're going to another round, same people. I think I asked them to be the same. Just zooming in and zooming out, just making sure. Marcel's approach, hands down. Nah, don't like it now. He's put his hands back up. I think I just told him there. I think I shouted at him there because I was behind the camera. I wasn't obviously in the ring. So I was just put your hands up, but his hands go down, put his hands up. Do you know what I mean? They drop down. And that was a thing that I was kind of trying to install into Marcel. Because, yes, Marcel has done body sparring. That's why his hands can be like that. But when you're doing normal sparring, you can't really keep your hands down like that because you'll get picked off or you'll get hit unnecessarily. But here he's doing well. Okay, we look at the other guys. They're just mainly going through. There's no urgency with these guys. They're just going through the motions, it looks like. And this is the muscle memory that they're going to have, because if they spar like that, they're going to have muscle memory like that. Just in the background, we just saw that I think Marcel caught him with a really, really good shot there. We can go back. Well, you guys can go back and have a look at that. He's being more selective with his punches. He's being more accurate with his punches. You know, he's doing a couple of things that we will brush up on, but that there was fantastic. Staying in the pocket, using his lateral movement. Guy throws a punch, or Red Gloves throws a punch, and then he comes back and then he punches back. But that was half of Red Gloves going into him and Marcel just throwing his hand. So that's how it got caught like that. It wasn't intentional, but it was very, very good. In competition, that would be very, very effective.
Okay? Yeah? No, take the rest of the round if you want.
So I'm asking him, I'm saying to him he can take the rest of the round all right if he's not feeling great, but lo and behold, that's the end of the round.
Okay, change partners.
Okay, so we're going to cut this one here and then we're going to go straight into the next one.
You sitting out? You sitting out or you staying in? Huh? Oh.
So we touch gloves, almost. And we go again. We see Marcel, I wanted to focus on Marcel on this one because this one, he's doing very, very good like body shots. He's just targeting the body all the time, which is gonna bring his opponents, eventually bring his hands down. Two good body shots there. Comes back up with his jab. I think he's got the read on most of his opponents now, so he kind of understands what he needs to do. Do you know what I mean? Wants to move a little bit here now. Don't know whether he's dancing or whether he's moving. But yeah, look, very good. I mean, his hands, and he went down and upstairs, caught him with his head because he's bringing his hands down, back down to the body work, which is good. I think I just caught this gentleman with a body shot because he put his hands up, exactly what Marcel's doing, put his body shot. I was punching him to his head or just tapping him to his head, puts his hands up, drop him down to the body. But I'm still watching Marcel. I'm just giving full pressure now because we're coming towards the end of the session. I'm just giving full pressure on these guys. I've got read on them. We was playing about before. Now we're going a little bit more. I'm going a little bit more, putting a little bit more on that session. I'm giving them a little bit more pressure. And I go fairly hard to the body, but very, very light to the head. I see two great combinations from Marcel there because he went downstairs. The guy, all in black, dropped his hands down and Marcel went upstairs. Do you know what I mean? Hooking across, absolutely lovely. It's great work. And back down to the body he goes. That's two great body shots, moving out of the way, absolutely perfect. It would have been nice if he would have turned, spun on the axis, like turned to Marcel. He went to his right, but he jumped back. But that was his thing at this point in time. Great, another great body shot there. He's landed some absolutely awesome body shots, and he's mixed it up so well. Now look, again, another beautiful headshot there because he's dropped his hands now. He's thinking, oh, should I put my hand up? And there you go. Down to the body. Look at his hands. They're going lower. Marcel's getting his read on his opponent, which is so good. Cool. And then we ended that round. That was a very, very good round from Marcel. Pause that one now and we'll go straight into the next one. Okay, so I'm with Red Gloves. Red Gloves is asking me what he can do better. I'm actually explaining to him about his movement, about sometimes when he changes his stance, he squares his feet. So when I say squares his feet, it's not in stance, his feet are square. So that means he can't punch properly or punch effective or can't move, okay? So be competent in one stance, be nice in one stance, be relaxed in one stance. Master that, then you can move. I don't mind the whole change of stance. I think it's absolutely awesome when you can change stance, but change stance is it's like a professional thing. So be effective with what you're doing. Understand what you're doing, okay? So I'm putting super pressure on him. I'll talk about my one this time around because Mike and Marcel are just having fun, okay? So I'm putting pressure on him. And he just pushed me away because he wanted to get me out of his way. Because this is the pressure. You know, what do you do? Little dig there. See, he's taunting me again, he was taunting me. I'm gonna go back to that one. He was taunting me to, like, when I was throwing the jab and like headbutting the jab, but my right hand was in the way. And then also with that, which we just saw just a second ago, was him actually turning away from his opponent. Never turn away from your opponent. I think I mentioned it before, never turning away from your opponent, because then I caught him with the right hand. Okay? Now I'm going to give him a little bit more to think about. A little bit more pressure to think about. But you see all of these feints that I'm doing, just keeps him thinking, keeps him on his toes. Oh, what's coming back? What's coming back? Don't know what's coming back. Might get out of the way. Thank you very much. Okay, and I think I caught him with a body shot there, which we didn't see because Michael's in the way. He's my range. He'll need to step in to actually, see, he jumps it. He needs to step in to actually catch me. See, my little feelers that I put out, where I poke my hand, my jab, there, people putting their heads down like that. Remember, I'm a kickboxer, okay? And whether you're out in the ring or whether you're out in the street, okay, cool, we're boxing. And I shouldn't be throwing these, but it's just to let them know that they shouldn't drop their hands, because anything can come from that position. Like, you're not looking at your opponent, you're not looking at what your opponent's doing, so you ain't gonna see what's coming. Okay, end of that round. Okay, and we're gonna go straight into the next one. So, sparring Mr. Shaven Head. These names that I give these guys, crazy. Okay, so again, I'm in the mode to make them work. I'm here to make them work, so I'm gonna put more pressure on them. Pressure kills in a fight. Pressure kills in a fight, but I'm super relaxed. Yeah, I might get caught with the odd shot, but I just want them to work. I want them to actually work. This is my teachings, so I want them to actually work just a little bit harder and not relax how they've been relaxing with their other opponents. Do you know what I mean? Give them more to think about. Caught him with a body shot there. Again, pressure. Body shot goes down, takes him down. Body shots are absolutely killers. More so than headshots. People can go, blah, blah, blah. Body shots actually deplete your energy so much. And this is why when you see boxing fights, you see people going down to the body. They have a strategy to go down to the body, deplete their energy sources, go down to the body. So later on in the rounds, they can go up to the head. I think I've actually caught him in his rib, accidentally. Didn't mean it. I didn't, okay? I didn't mean it. But we go again, okay? And again, Marcel and Mike are just having a little bit of fun. I think that Marcel should actually play just like I did with him when he was tired, okay? And just practice his own skill set on him. Like moving in and out, like I'm bouncing before, like he was doing. Okay, so again, he can't move, his ribs are hurting him. But I think, I was being too much, maybe. Yeah, and I just told him to stop because if his ribs hurting him, it was genuine actually. His ribs did actually hurt him. He had bruised ribs. And he was out for a few weeks thereafter that. So let's go back to these two just having fun in there. I think he's wanting him to work as well, but Marcel should be working as well because he should be more thinking about himself rather than the other opponent being tired. Thank you for standing in front of my camera. I really, really do appreciate it. Do you know what I mean? That's your back. That's your back. Sorry, back. Okay, so that was the end of that round anyway. So I'm going to pause here and I'm going to go straight into the next one. Okay, so last few rounds are round robin where Marcel stays in the middle. Okay, and I just call a number and that person comes in full blazing, full guns blazing. As technical as you possibly can be, trying to be as technical as you possibly can be, but putting Marcel under as much pressure as possible. You know, he might be able to get away with stuff with people because he's got with the other guys, because he's got the read on other guys. All in black here is smothering his punches. He's not really effectively putting him under pressure, which I think I just told him here. So, like, you know, don't smother your punches. Do your work, don't smother your punches. As in standing too close to him. Okay, because then you'll give Marcel a break. Make Marcel work. Yeah, Marcel's tired at this point in time. This is good. It's good because he's keeping him at range here. And he's jabbing. He's keeping Marcel away. And now it's my turn. I'm going to do exactly the same as I do with everybody else and tell him about his his left hand being too low. Okay, I told him once. I'm not going to tell him again. Okay, he thinks he can move out of the corner. No, still pressure. Too much foot movement by Marcel because he's wasting his energy. Right hand there, you could see it. Teed it up. That's one. Okay, his hands are low, his hands are low, his hands are low. There you go. That's what happens when your hands are low. And that wasn't hard, guys. That wasn't hard. It was just, you know, Marcel's a tough guy anyway. But it was just a reminder that if your hands are low and you continue to have your hands low, someone is going to see that and capitalize on it. If I was in the other person's corner, I would do exactly the same. It's a little bit of tough love, but it's not too much tough love because it's not too hard. And we've got big ass gloves on as well, so we're good. Okay, now he's been put under what I class as intelligent pressure. These guys have 30 seconds of work. I mean, most of these guys waste their energy by their foot movement, by all of their just moving about, and like they just seem excited to just go in there and just do stuff, but their feet are excited. They're like little happy feet, whereas they should be chilling and relaxing and just applying intelligent pressure, intelligent footwork. And some of these guys have trained before with, I think I mentioned it before, some of these guys have trained and they've got their coaches and stuff like that they do boxing with, but they don't tell them about their footwork. And your footwork are the basis. Your footwork is the basis of where your hands go and how your foot placement and how you cut off the ring or how you conserve energy. How your feet move dictates how your hands move as well. So it's very, very important. And I didn't have enough time to go through everything with the guys. But we only had one session a week. But one session a week is never enough to learn that. When boxers train, they train pretty much every day or every other day. And they put in the work. And it's different things that they learn. And as a coach, whether you're going into a fight or whether you're not going into a fight, you should teach these guys these things, okay? I certainly told Marcel about his feet and he's certainly brushed up on his feet. Look, he's walking back here now. We're not going to see what's going on in there. I think I adjust Marcel's gloves there because I think his strap from his gloves came loose. Can't see what's going on there, which I could, but here we are. My camera angle, sorry about that. Why wasn't it me? See, now you're tired. This is where the work comes into play. See, your feet are getting sloppy, Marcel. Do you know what I mean? Now you should be working. Now you should be just popping your jab and just keeping them at range. Again. Okay, so again, smothering his work, not really doing any effective work. Can't see what's going on there. Now we're going to come around again. Oh, he took a shot there. You saw his head just drop back. Okay, we're coming back in now. Using his jab a little bit more. Wants to use it a little bit more. I think I'm giving him direction to use the jab a little bit more, but his hands are down. So just keep his hands up. He should just keep his structure. Marcel should just keep his structure. Again, this is stuff that I went through with him afterwards. Okay, so then back into me again. I'm going to give him the same pressure as I give everybody else. I'm not letting him move out of the corner. You know, pressure kills. I'm just going to use my jab, my range. There you go. Just feeling him out. He can't throw, so he has to put in a little bit more work. Okay, so I'm just going to go to his head, go to his body, his hands go down, he looks down at the floor, doesn't see what's coming back. Okay, and that's the end of the round. Okay, back. Okay, and that's the end of the round. Okay, and I think we've got one more round left. So we're going to go straight into that. Everybody wants to put their back to my camera. Like, I want to see everybody's back. I don't want to see anybody's back. I want to see what's going on. I want to see what's like in there. But they're just so unaware of the camera being there. So finish with me, start with me, because I'm going to put Marcel under pressure. A couple of feints. Put him on his back foot. I'm telling him here to keep his hand up. I'm shaking my hand, as you can see there, just to tell him, right hand, watch out for the right hand, keep your hands up. While I'm doing that, I'm throwing my jab. It's probably more aware now of my right hand, so I'm going to go down to the body, and then I'm going to go back up to the head. A couple of body shots there. I've put him in a space of being nervous to actually come forward. And then he comes forward and gives me a hug. Okay? So that is the end of that session. Guys, thank you very much for watching. I know it was a little bit long. I really do appreciate you. If you watched to the end, I do appreciate you staying to the end and watching the whole video. You can comment on my comments that I've made on my going through and explaining everything of what I see. You might see the same, you might see something different, but please do put your comments down below. Thank you very much. I can't stress it enough. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for the subscribers that I have. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. 70% of people that do actually watch my videos do not subscribe to the channel. So please do subscribe to the channel. We've got so much more coming. So yeah, stay tuned, stay locked, subscribe. Don't forget, if you want to share. I don't mind, but make sure you subscribe. Okay? Guys, thank you very much for watching again. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.